Setting, high fantasy and magical might worlds. Planet Ongree, orange skies. Planet Ziestl, magenta skies. And planet Earth, blue skies. Merpeople and angels originated from Ziestl. Devils and fairies originated from Ongree. Humans originated from Earth. Realms, 3. Species, humans, mer, angels, devils, and fairies. Characters, 130. Seasons, 8. Summary, I got rise. Fight me next. It's knuckling season. Nuck if you buck. Time to wash you up. You need more training. You can't fight yourself out of a wet paper bag. You need your ass whooped. Kung Fu is not a sport for the weak at heart. Train your mind as well as you train your body. Who else wants some? Are many words combatants are used to, but they are words embedded into the DNA of those who make it to the daily arts tournaments. Here's an invitation. If you're a fighter, be a fighter, but you have to make it to the secret location to get in. Daily arts is its name. Martial arts in their most deadly forms, where super beings are allowed to superpower their combatant skills to be claimed the done of martial arts. It's the highest warrior sanctioned secret of the ones who want interdimensional glory. I would wish you luck, but you'll need more than it. Starting from the upper, Gyarados and Dao Chow Yao. Father Gyarados is the head of the Ziestl clan. He's a 2-time Olympian and a martial arts heavyweight division. Gold medals out the cutlass. Nowadays, he holds down a prosperous dojo that teaches a multitude of 20 plus styles. The main ones being Fu Jiao Pai and Chu Bai Chan Quan. These two will be newcomers to the tournament. Zhen Wang and Kid Black, father and son, rival international dojos of the Ziestl clan. Zhen Wang and Kid Black represent the Goju He clan, a prosperous dojo that has history with the Olympics as well. But Zhen Wang could never gold medal over Gyarados. Dojo still the bomb though. Trains in disciplines in over 20 styles, main ones being open palm dragon prayer and ninjutsu. These two will be newcomers to the tournament. Jiesu and Lourish represent the Shrine Temple. It's located in a Thai colony based on planet Ongree. This colony holds an entire nation's worth of jungle and mountain terrain. Jiesu is the current Grand Master of the Shrine Temple. Occasionally, he will sneak off to put in work at the Deadly Arts tournament. No one else associated with the temple has entered the tournament for more than 30 years besides him. He will spill the beans once it becomes popular. Solid U, Gastelum, Wetzer, Knocknire, Hagen, and Little Pain are all mixed martial artists associated with the King Glory Fighters, the most acclaimed martial arts league of planet Earth, and the national with it. These 6 are the most highest ranked of the league, light, middle, and heavyweight divisions, 2 from each. The kicker is, all 6 of them are mermen. Kai Enzi and Hawkridge are 2 heroes with a league called Colors, usually referred to as colors in them. Each member boasts irregular attributes of colorful hair and eyes across the spectrum of all colors. Kai Enzi will be one of their latest recruits. He is directly being trained by Hawkridge. Their relationship will develop from colleagues to lust to love somehow over the 8 seasons of this story. Laramouth and Sunisihin are fairies, legendary fairies who have discovered immortality and spend their livelihood looking after all of the enchanted objects of existence. Filing system is bananas, honestly, and will have you being a part of their fandom too. Their legends precede them all the time to where they have to be powerful enough to protect themselves. If they happen to be carrying a key item of super importance, they'll need to be able to protect themselves from any kind of threat. Besting them once is all they will allow. Gianna Veronica and Kelsey Millions are 2 porn models that will be newcomers to the tournament. Both are of the supernatural kind, just like everyone else, but they have kept their identities a secret their entire lives for the purpose of becoming more powerful. They will figure out the location of the tournament eventually and surprise the fuck out of the masses again. Lastly, Niver and Pepper Eye are world-class models across catalog, high fashion, runway, and spokes divisions. They are best friends of the same pedigree, but 2 different worlds. It was a fateful meeting when they were put together for a specific photo shoot. Been inseparable ever since. The exposing of deadly arts will bring their friendship closer, will also take the danger levels up too. Hershala, Lola Venice, and Watching Boys are 3 heirs of the Deadly Arts Tournament. It's made up of a web of families ranging across all 5 species of intelligent humanoid life forms. They all are human, but it will be Watching Boys' class project that will expose the Deadly Arts Tournament. It's a senior project that will be done fucking perfectly until it shows a contender powering up and shooting an energy ball, then cut to regular martial arts again. If only she wasn't distracted during that trio phone call while she was making final cuts. If only. They stay wild battling and distracting each other, but these three are based out of Los Angeles, California, 90210 style. Jaden Lex, Owen Bells, and Roxelle Q hail from Sydney, Australia. They are often referred to as the Serve Club, prettiest girls of their domain. Not into pageantry, not into polluting social media, not into the mean girl theatrics. They come from high-powered bloodlines that know how to keep a secret. When the rise of the super being begins by the exposure of deadly arts, they will definitely prove why they are special. This will increase the amount of help they bestow on societies by overpowering their tendency to adventure. Like all of the high schoolers of this story, they will be in their senior year at the beginning of the story. Azami, Avalonia, and Ahira are triplet sisters of Ziestl, one of their Korean colonies. The good kind of Korea though. Azami is the mother of the group. After becoming orphaned, she came up with a plan to make sure they could remain on their own without social services or a man coming around to ruin their livelihoods. They were heirs to their mother's company, Zenteleons. She gave up her career as an actress to keep Avalonia's more booming figure skating talents on the rise, as well as making sure Ahira had the means of becoming an instrument creator designer. With them all being born with Phoenix as a superpower, they are paved for a lot of magical might. Zehazo, Ultimo, and Rexumo are known as Old Omegos, trained under the living poltergeist named Grudgestone, felt their special birth as a magical trinity, traveled all the way to Mexico to witness it in person, then made himself a home in one of those mesas of Mexico, so later in life he could acquire their attention, to bring them together so his disciplines could bless the worlds again. He always finds 3 faithful births in a region to bless his tradition for mankind, for the continued existence of mankind. They have always grown up to be on the right side of humanity. Ninja Face, Kick-Assery, and Hypercuts hail from the Killer Clan of Ninjas, a clan of twin ninjas that have been keeping a small faction of generational twins since the 1300s. Ninja Face's twin brother was just as powerful as him, just as rambunctiously too intelligent, brave, and ambitious as him, but stupid in only one thing that led to his death. But the house of Kaos is still in the clan because of Ninja Face's daughter and son. They were happy to take up the family tradition. Natural with their magical might keeps them on the watch list, but they are no strangers to the Deadly Arts Tournament. Shinro Organization is an organization that specializes in exotic adoptions via body snatching babies for 500 grand or more, even if the citizens are just common, non-famous, non-rich folk. To take an innocent baby from its bloodline for the enjoyment of exoticness will forever be costly. Kwame happens to be the heir of the current CEO. He's been a high figure of the company for a long time, prior to even her birth. Her besties are Sum Jin and Trigger. They are all 17. Epsilon is mainly in charge of the guaranteed protection. She's a private investigator type of dame with superpowers to make it much easier. She is never far behind the kiddos and never oversteps their privacy. When Getsu, on the other hand, was introduced to them years ago as their guide to becoming employees of the company. Yep, all 3 of them want to get in the business of exotic adoptions. Of Spartan High are the alum of Spartanburg High School, a very secretive club that knows about daily arts already. For the past 3 centuries, a small group led by one of the teachers ensures one of their most promising students knows about the tournament. Zayrej is a prominent history and geography teacher at the high school. He was the one who gave the secrets to Becky Beatabitch, gave them to Zelasia too. Now he will give them to Spartan High. He will be the last secret welcomed into the club. Bab has graduated college by now, and she is a prominent choreographer for cheerleading. Zelasia owns a poetry and entertainment venue in Spartanburg, as well as a toy design company, all the while holding down a prominent college career still. Dragon Protectors are a league of supernaturals that protect the Dragon Clan home to a nation of Ongree. Neon is an immortal fairy that was born to be the fairy of dragons. She takes her existence hella importantly. The scars on her face are an understatement to what she has survived, making sure civilized dragons aren't hunted down. She also specializes in dragon language and dragon training. I'm the Dragon is her highest apprentice. He is undergoing the process of becoming an immortal so he can permanently join the league. Prissery is a 17-year-old. Her and her mother came to their headquarters when Prissery was only 5. Her mother is a known gypsy mermaid that has always been looking for a safe haven to call home. Ever since Prissery met her first dragon at the tender age of 5, she is on the path of apprenticeship. Kent Dravan is 17 also, but comes up way later in life. After his father's death, he has been using the family black pass to travel freely across the 3 planes of existence. He hasn't found a familiar family-like spirit until he found found Prissery. Not only does she have a kindred spirit, he instantly fell in love with her at first sight. He has multiple reasons for taking his life in the direction of a dragon protect. Laboratories of examples are the super being surveillance programs of this universe. Fionzo Fresh is the interdimensional director of the organization. They all work highly close with the Arrow Ordnance Lords, the acting superpower police of this universe. Fionzo Fresh and Rovo Muto act as lab directors, experimentalists, and data analysts. Ruintos, Odin Merely, and Vulcanists are all field agents. They are a 3-person partnership. They act as muscle, negotiation, and intelligence. They appear in their order and are the team that works directly under Fionzo and Rover. They have always paid attention to the daily arts tournaments, but have not always participated in it. Once it's exposed, they will participate in it more often. Everybody else, from the left column to the right, top to bottom, will go along the likes of their code name, occupation, species, and relevance to the tournament. Devil Thrust, the devil of power. Devil, an immortal who spectates the tournament off. Zokodi, blacksmith extraordinaire. Human, training immortal out of Ongree that has made weapons for contenders. Murderation, a Digiton Enterprises CEO. Human, known contender. DJ Artillery, major event DJ. Human, known worker. Anonymous, a casino host of a serial killer. Human, known contender. Devil Thesis, a monster slayer with titans against devils. Human, new contender. Sorzer McDoe, a rapstress. Mermaid, new contender. Intensity, a Merpeople queen. Mermaid, a crowned contender. Kai Bowles, the fairy of burdens. Fairy, nose of the tournament. Zotkil, the angel of vision. Angel, nose of the tournament. Serenitas, the fairy of martial arts. Fairy, nose of the tournament. Ant-Man, corporate litigator. Human, new contender. Ex-Mielko, queen of Reiko pirates. Mermaid, known contender. Bo Juarez, world-class sex worker. Human, known contender. Ixshina, flower shop owner. Human, new contender. Rael Shreen, the angel of shrines. Angel, nose of the tournament. Mako, a traveling shiro. Human, known contender. Kareem Kale, a deadly arts interviewer and the devil of hilarity. Devil, known worker. Epherian, the fairy of ambition. Fairy, nose of the tournament. Onzecho, world-class tattoo artist. Merman, nose of the tournament. 6520, private investigator. Human, known contender. Henadexian, the devil of astrology. Devil, nose of the tournament. And Offerman, a cable installing drug lord, aka often Cascades. Human, new contender. Arrow Ordnance Lords stay in the shadows, cleaning up messes of the supernatural. These characters are the division that specializes in investigating. They always witness the daily arts tournament to make sure people aren't abusing their powers in the midst of finding new victims. Preventative, we will call it, because they make sure their innocents aren't often inflicted by the magical mighty. It's the most strenuous occupation of this world. They are often on planet Earth in all of the customs branches, on high alert for the most part, ensuring that they keep millions of lives safe. They are identified by a blue and green metallic badge. It's circular and is regarded as the highest of Interpol type badges. This gives them a license to kill with a jurisdiction that is unlimited, even to dimensions connected to the triple worlds. O1 is the acting leader of this unit. They are often referred to as unit landscapers, employing citizens of Ongree, Ziestl, and Earth, of Merpeople, Angel, Fairy, Devil, and humankind. Jace Adrian and Diveta are humans representing a branch out of Europia. Drelmuth is a devil representing a branch out of Turkey. Weiler is a human representing a branch out of Ziestl. Ghostburn is a human representing a branch out of Ongree. Kislara is a human representing a branch out of Las Vegas, Nevada. And Aaron Nova is the latest recruit, a fairy representing a branch out of Ongree. Reiji's Square. Reiji is a merman sorcerer who was born into the Blackest Coven, a coven out of Tokyo, Japan. His square, often referred to as the Black Square, is a small group of sorcerers he has coronated into the coven. His square are his best friends he has acquired across the worlds, with him growing up under the aspirations of becoming an arrowologist, one who studies superpowers. He abused his black past to acquire as much knowledge as possible. Knowledge came in the best form as super beings who happen to be friendly. The children children he met have designed a web of overpowered contexts that have made each other's existence so enlightened. It's the reason why he has won the tournament and majority of the square has won the tournament. Moving along, Garaki hails from Ongree. He is a merman who is the proud owner of the Dry Knight's dojo. He is deemed as Reiji's best friend and is one of his lovers. Namu Atish is the king of Egypt. Heatzich is a human who is the owner of the Shell-Toe Dungeon, is one of Reiji's lovers. Rokomi is a human. She loves pancakes so much she vowed to acquire a head position with Ahab. She works as a general district manager over in Japan. She is Reiji's favorite martial artist, has rarely beat her in a physical altercation. New Prices is Reiji's favorite artist. He is a sculptor, blacksmith, and painter, most prominent in painting. His art is seen all over Reiji's estate. And yeah, New Prices is a human. Buzzville is a mermaid. Met her through one of his older friends. She's a daughter, always believed in her choreography ambitions. When she became of age, she became his favorite partier. Then there's Undress Me, a human who is a son of the woman who has his heart, who will treat UDM as his son, but will also treat him as a weapon to win a tournament back. UDM doesn't take up the sorcery of his mother. The ones that appear here will fight with him in a tournament over the 8 seasons. Peacekeepers Unlimited hails from Africa. They are an organization of mercenaries that travel around the world to recruit peace crusaders. They only employ freedom fighters for the death of the atrocities of humanity. They are always in the know, always in everyone's business, because they feel like privacy is tyranny's armor. Shameful behavior hurts everyone, and they will not stand for it. Known for not having licenses to kill, but definitely act like it. They will assassinate anyone of any organization. The second you do dirt is a countdown to encountering one of them. Mularin is the president of the organization, a human. Black Intentions is the vice president, a merman. Lester Leopold is their lead assassin, a merman. Golden is their main pilot, a merman. Pieces Be Crazy is their mascot, a human. Lelia is one of their main talent seekers, a human. Bruzy is one of their main talent seekers, a human. And the new girl is one of their latest recruits. Through Blood, her parents made it seem like this organization is an occult. Regardless of how, with the shits they can be considered a cult. The new girl is a 17-year-old, tasked with finishing her senior year of high school in Beverly Hills High. Even though all of them know of the tournament, they won't ever enter it until it's hyper-exposed. The Deadly Families, often referred to as the Deadly Arts Committee, made up of all 5 species from the 3 worlds plus the dimensions. They created this tournament for the mightiest of superkind to be archived for history and arrowology purposes, as well as bragging purposes. It's undeterminable how many families were in the blood pact to create the magical tournament. The 8 shown here are some of the contenders and heads of the current committee that will be exposed during the 8 seasons. A few of them are the last heir of their bloodline. They have to be involved no matter what. Ganon, fairy with a prominent high school teacher gig of language arts, can speak, write, and translate 30 languages fluently. He is the last of the House of Moor. Wizard, mermaid, who is the head of the Toboroa clan, a once beyond acclaimed dojo that developed some of the most historical weapons of mass creation and destruction. She is the last of the House of Toboroa. Carvington, human, that is a prominent weapon for the Heroes Guild, bounty hunting his life away out of vengeance for the slaying of his sorcery blood family. He is the last of the House of Hawaxi. Vera Isolde, mermaid, whom's an interdimensional pop star. Every tournament, she comes back to sing the anthem. Begins with, "This is my fist, this is your dome." Sings it at the closing of the tournament too. Jaguar Rhymes, human, who has held down the position of the tournament host for half a decade leading up to the beginning of the story. Ultimate with the friendly vibes and never ridicules any of the contenders. Everybody loves him and will love him. Project Hurt, mermaid, who was blessed with the killer gene. Disciplines make it so she isn't deemed evil, but if you were to ever discover her serial killer side, you would question her license to kill. Big on helping out Carvington, cause she's secretly in love with him. Omejuno, merman owner of Club Oh My Goodness, contribute all of that mess to his Forsaken code name. Forsaken because it's an urban legend of its own that immediately makes him likable, as if his looks and martial arts prowess don't have that star power already. And Blythe Clear, fairy, who is the head of the committee and the head of the round table. He takes the continued survival of the deadly art seriously, even though he acts like he wants to keep it a secret from public knowledge. He wants more for the tournament, which is why he doesn't bury the footage magically, for he wants to enjoy as many super beings as possible too. The Chinese Wrestling Federation boasts an entertainment schedule throughout the week that showcases show wrestling, gladiator entertainment, ridiculous game show entertainment, and fitness wellness for the masses. The 11 here are some of their most entertaining personalities, some with decade-long careers and aliases. They recruit the crazies from all around the world, and even those in Ongree and Ziestl come to Earth for the entertainment. Hellmouth happens to have the longest career. Final E was right with him until his untimely death. Mason Drex's career is just as long as theirs. Dragonfly Power and Butterfly Kisses were a dreamy package deal. Real Cruel and Bad Worm came around at the same time. Prozia, Chicano Bull, The Tragedy, and Yehoho Missile are the rest of the youngins. Even some of the other characters of the story have come through the Chinese Wrestling Federation. It's real hardcore entertainment for the masses that never disappoints. No one needs them to do more as if they couldn't. But when superpowers are unearthed, it's going to be the focal point that will never stop giving for real. Just to take it back a bit, Hellmouth is known for his fire showcasing abilities, and yes, he has been covering up his super beingness throughout his charades. Final E was the current day most ridiculous daredevil. Mason Drix is physically the fastest out of everyone. They have to handicap him sometimes for the marathon shows. Dragonfly Power boasts a lot of finishing moves and is regarded as the most creative when it comes to choreography. Butterfly Kisses is the most dreamiest of the lineup. Real Cruel has a mouth on her and boasts a lot of finishing moves. Bad Worm brings contortionism to the show, second when it comes to choreography. Prozia is the toughest. She hasn't lost an endurance matchup since her first day in the big leagues. Chicano Bull is the second fastest, but his character is the most sought after. A three-horned bull keeps them coming for more. The Tragedy has the most therapeutic and ridiculous storyline. She's the princess that must avenge her family by becoming a champion of the Chinese Wrestling Federation. And Yehoho Missile is a gold medaling gymnast who is the embodiment of the term brave. Pyroi Noij is a kingdom under the ruling of Intro Sezu. He is deemed as a leader for the people, runs a very powerful nation, but is always in a giving mood. For protection, for pleasure, for a comfortable existence will be his entire existence. Worldly different from any ruler of yesteryear, he thought that the next king or queen shouldn't be from Pyroi Noij. He found nobody's soul, an ugly, almighty, always a little naughty, and Radai in their youth. When the five of them were together for the first time, they created a light he had to verify with his council. They could all sense and see what the universe put together. They weren't even teenagers when they were announced as kings and queens of the royal ninja family, but they were raised to understand it, and because they believed in the soft-natured, highly destructive at any given moment, but fodder like Intro Sezu, they grew into actual kings and queens to be, to the point that the nations that all take up the same landmass of France sent their princesses to be protected by Pyroi Noij. Mysteria Este, Isonic, and Ya Ying were brought into the fold before they were teenagers too. But it wasn't until nobody's soul ventured into the threshold of life that they would be blessed with another version of him. And until the cloning of nobody's soul that was later spliced with devil genes would they be blessed with another version of him again. Vengeance had it out for nobody's soul, but like he had said many times before, he was even an adult. No amount of apocalypses will stop me. All of them have that same sentiment, to know deep down in their core that mankind will be protected from all the atrocities of existing.